Welcome back to the Legal Dose. This is Jordan Dupuis, one of your production team members. This year, what we're trying to do is we're going to be bringing you shorter episodes. One of the things that we got feedback on in previous episodes is that they were just too long, and you want information quickly. That's what we're here for. So we're trying a new format here on YouTube. Since we're limited to 15 minutes, that's what we're going to give you. We're going to give you no more than 15 minutes of an episode. Might be one segment, might be multiple segments, but we're going to be giving you information that you guys want, that you guys need over the course of the semester. And eventually, hopefully soon, we will be having video capability as well. So you're not going to see a picture of the school, you'll actually see the people who are talking on screen. So coming up on today's episode of Legal Dose is a recap with clinic member Cleet Walters on his work with Ban the Box and the work that's happening this semester. Here's a Legal Dose. Welcome back to the Legal Dose. This is Jordan Dupuis. With me is one of my co-producers, Cleet Walters. Hey, Cleet, how you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Cleet's here because we're going to be talking about one of his babies, the Ban the Box project. Cleet, what's going on this semester?
Well, right now we are scheduled to present Ban the Box to the Charlotte City Council on February 25th at the Government Center, which is at 600 East 4th Street. That'll be at 6:15 p.m. We've got 6 speakers scheduled to talk about Ban the Box to the City Council. They'll each get about 3 minutes apiece. We're looking to also get out about hopefully 100 to 200 people in support of Ban the Box to actually attend that meeting.
That sounds pretty good. What is Ban the Box? I know we've talked about this before, but for some of our newer listeners, what is the clinic trying to do with Ban the Box?
Our goal is there's a box on the initial employment application with Charlotte City for Charlotte City employment, and what we're trying to do is remove that box so that questions about criminal histories will be moved to a time when the person is sitting down with someone from Charlotte City hiring somebody who's hiring for Charlotte City and are able to explain themselves and explain their criminal history to someone live. Statistics have shown that when this process happens, it increases the number of people with criminal histories who are hired exponentially.
So what we're not doing is we're not trying to get them to say, oh, you can't look at criminal history. We're
Right.
trying to remove that as this is the first thing we see, this person's not a qualified candidate.
Right, exactly. We look at it as not allowing a criminal history to be a filter initially. The city is very clear that they don't discriminate, but a natural reaction to anyone seeing a criminal history is going to be generally a negative response. And so we're just trying to remove any filter that someone might have because of that.
Are there any cities, towns in North Carolina that have adopted this practice?
Yeah, there are actually 4 municipalities, the largest of which is Durham City and Durham County, have both adopted this resolution.
And you were saying one of the things that they're seeing is people with a criminal background with this Ban the Box. There's cities that have this, there's a greater number of people with criminal histories that tend to get hired. Durham and Durham County are seeing that as well.
Yeah, they're seeing that, and the big study was one out of Minneapolis. That when they made the change in Minneapolis, they had over a 60% increase in the next year of people hired with criminal histories.
Okay, so you got this meeting coming up. And you gave us the time and the date. What are you hoping comes out of this meeting?
Well, what we're hoping comes out of this meeting is that it will be sent to committee so that the City Council will then study it more and move it to a point where it will go to the city manager's office. As people may be aware, we our city manager retired at the end of last year, and we're in the process of currently hiring a new city manager. So the timing really was generated around or set around that process beginning, and then they're supposed to announce the new city manager at the beginning of March. So we're trying to get this in so that we can move it along to the new city manager in a fairly timely process sometime this spring.
All right, that sounds good. We'll have to follow up with you after that meeting.
Yep.
Well, like I said earlier, Cleet's one of the co-producers for the Legal Dose, and we've been experimenting with some programming changes. We've moved out of the school's campus on Subtle, and we're now in the new clinic location at 1300 South Boulevard over here by the Arlington.
Much better digs.
Much better digs. If you guys can't tell, we got no echo anymore. But Cleet, one of the things I was telling people is that we're trying to bring them shorter episodes. We're trying to give them snippets. What are some of the other things that we're trying to do with the Legal Dose this year and forward?
Well, as we're moving forward, we're looking to actually take the Legal Dose and make it part of a journalism project, overall journalism project for the school, so that we're not just so that hopefully we can get more content in. We're also looking to do some investigative journalism type pieces for the Dose, and to really kind of expand what we're doing, and obviously hopefully expand our audience.
Okay. So again, one of the things, we're talking about content. This is something we're going to pose to you, the listeners. What kind of content do you guys want to hear on this? This is what we're trying to make a community-based, a Charlotte School of Law community-based radio project. We want to give you updates on what the clinics are doing. We want to give you updates on what the school is doing. But what do you want to hear? Do you want us to do investigative journalism? Do you want us just to shoot the bull and just provide you guys some entertainment?
And we can play some rock and roll music too.
And we can do whatever you want within reason. Yeah. This ain't satellite. So, yeah, feel free to hit us up. Our email address is cslcivilrights@gmail.com. You can also contact us through the blog cslcivilrights.com and comment through our YouTube channel, CSL Civil Rights. And
also look at the end of this week, Jordan and I will be putting up an episode dealing with depression. It'll be a two-part episode that very important to issues that we deal with as law students, and even as attorneys. So we'll be putting that up, I believe, Friday the 22nd.
Yes, we'll be putting up both parts. It's a very in-depth interview done by former clinic member and Legal Dose founder Ashley Washington with Professor Clark. It's a very strong interview, something that I recommend everyone take a listen to. Maybe you're dealing with depression, maybe you know someone who is, maybe you just are having a crappy day and you just want to know, how can I deal with things? Is it okay for me to feel this way? What can I do if I'm having trouble? Who can I go to for help? And that's all going to be coming up on the 22nd. We'll have that posted by about 5 o'clock in the evening. And that's when we're hoping to have every episode up for you guys. Is by 5 o'clock on Fridays, you'll have something new to listen to. And hopefully coming up soon, we'll get Professor Huber back on here with his laws of nature, the how to discern natural phenomena just by what's going on around you. So this is Jordan.
This is Cleet.
And thanks for listening to Legal Dose.